MiLaysia Fulwiley, clock winding down. She's just gonna let it go. My gosh!
Guys, hello, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. I'm here in New Mexico, and guess what? It just started snowing outside just a little bit ago, okay? I believe it's still snowing. The wind is out there going crazy. Thankfully, today I'm off, okay? I had a productive morning. I went to H&R Block to make a correction on a mistake I made on Friday. I rushed freaking filing my taxes, and I forgot to include like a 1099 miscellaneous of like my YouTube royalties, which was next to nothing. There was like, my friends was giving me all this advice, saying like, you know what, you should just go and get it corrected. I'm talking to the H&R guy down at the H&R Block. He's talking about how, he's retired Air Force. He's telling me like for 20 minutes straight, this man is just going on and on about how his military career, he went to Japan. He used to be stationed at Eglin, as was I. He went from Eglin to Alaska, from Alaska to Canada. It was just a mess, right? I'm like, sir, like, okay, this is nice, but like, what are you going to do to help me? Then finally he just says, oh, so once you get your tax return, come like January 29th, January 30th, you're just going to press amend. And then like, on the box for e-schedule or 1040X, use the 1040X form, he's like, just put it in right there and just resend it. I'm like, okay, thanks, because I don't want to go to jail. But he reassured me that I'm not going to go to jail. I also, guys, just turned in my last assignment, okay, of the semester. I'm so happy. It was a 3-page essay. I made it into 4, of course. I always talk too much, type too much. I just submitted that, so I'm so glad, guys, this semester is finally over with, okay? I got a week-long break, and the next semester starts on the 29th. I'm only taking 1 class. But, like I always say, better late than never, okay? Yesterday, while I was at work, okay, because I worked yesterday, I was able to catch the majority of the game of South Carolina women's Gamecocks defeating Oklahoma. Now, MiLaysia Fulwiley, okay? I know it's pronounced MiLaysia. I'm sorry. I keep on going back and forth. I'm going to try to pronounce her name the correct way, right? MiLaysia Fulwiley is just stupendous, okay? She is incredible. She is a force. She is an icon, and she is the moment of women's basketball, okay? The collegiate level as of right now. Let me read a little bit of some excerpts from an article, okay, by the state.com titled Number 2, South Carolina women basketball lights up the scoreboard en route of number 13, Oklahoma. It reads, Oklahoma became the latest Southeastern Conference newcomer to fall victim to Colonial Life Arena on Sunday. Number 2, South Carolina defended home court vigorously, much like it did when Oklahoma's former Big 12 mate Texas visited a week ago, and cruised to an easy victory. It says Dawn Staley and number 2 Gamecocks beat number 13 Oklahoma 101-60, guys. I mean, goodness. Helping improve the record to 18-1 on the year while remaining a perfect 5-0 in SEC play. South Carolina dismantled one of the most talented teams in the country on Sunday. The Gamecocks limited the number 4 scoring offense in the country. Oklahoma was averaging 88.1 points per game to its lowest scoring performance of the season. Oklahoma typically shoots 48% from the field as a team, right? But shot 35.8% on Sunday. The Sooners were shooting just 20% at the end of the first quarter. South Carolina's offense played just as well as its defense, passing the century mark on the scoreboard for the first time this season and first time since a win over Kentucky last season. The Gamecocks shot 48% as a team and were solid from the 3-point range. South Carolina was 10 for 28, okay, from beyond the arc, nearly tying its season high it set against Coppin State. The Gamecocks had 5 different players reach double digits in the scoring column against Oklahoma. Joyce Edwards led with 17 points, followed by MiLaysia Fulwiley 15, Tessa Johnson at 13 points, and Sanaya Fagan at 12, and Tahina Powell at 11. And they have a little excerpt titled MiLaysia Human Highlight Reel Fulwiley. Fulwiley has excited from the second she put on a Gamecock uniform, and Sunday was no different. The star sophomore added several new takes to her ever-growing highlight reel against the Sooners. She had 5 points in the first quarter, all of which came off exciting plays. The first came on a transition bucket. Raven Johnson threw up an alley-oop, and Fulwiley flew gracefully through the air to complete it with a layup. It was beautiful, guys. Again, MiLaysia Fulwiley stands at 5'10". Okay, Raven Johnson took that ball, threw it. Okay, she threw it some distance, and MiLaysia Fulwiley was some distance away from the hoop. Right at 5'10", she sped up, saw that ball come in her aerial view, took them hands up and just laid it in with a beautiful layup. She did like a jump frog, a frog leap, if you will, in the air. Again, this woman stands at 5'10". For MiLaysia Fulwiley, from now on, I gotta call her Lay. Okay, Lay gonna lay it in. Lay gonna lay it in, okay? It don't matter. When it comes to her putting up them freaking layups, it's just beautiful. Another came at the end of the first quarter when Fulwiley drilled a deep buzzer beater. Yes, again, guys, she was showing out in the first quarter. All this mess happened in the first quarter, okay? It's like it's 3 seconds left on the clock, 2 seconds left on the clock, 1 second. She all the way by the damn logo on the far right side of the hoop, okay? Of herself facing the hoop. That was her aerial view. She just, the clock buzzes, okay? The alarms go off. The first quarter about to come to an end, and then all you hear is just swish. Just beautiful. It was just so poetic. Like, her game is just so poetic. I love me some Lay, because Lay gonna lay it in. Fulwiley sized up her defender as the clock wound down before hitting nearly half-court three-pointer to help South Carolina in the first quarter with a loud exclamation point. Because I think MiLaysia is being more intentional about making the right basketball play, Staley said. So with that, I mean, after she didn't go when there was like 5 seconds left, I knew she was going to take the three. That wasn't the first time that she's done something like that either. It was just what we needed at the end of a quarter. That kind of deflates you as a defense. And then the building explodes, and that is Gamecock basketball and Gamecock's reaction to a big play. Not all of her highlights were scoring, though. Fulwiley also logged an assist early after snatching the ball away from an Oklahoma player and throwing it behind her head to breathe off her bucket. I remember that, too, again. It was just beautiful. I love watching MiLaysia Fulwiley, okay? She's just poetry in motion. I'm going to just keep saying it. Guys, comment down below. Again, like, I knew that South Carolina was going to just crush the Oklahoma Sooners. Some of these teams' names, I'm like, what is that, Oklahoma Sooner? I wouldn't play for some of these teams just based off the name. I'm sorry, okay? It is what it is. Last night, again, I also catch USC, the Trojans. Okay, they whooped Indiana, even though it was scary hours. Okay, by the second quarter, USC was down 9 points. I'm like, how in the world y'all about to be in the double digits in debt to Indiana? Like, what? It's a black girl on Indiana that plays on that team, number 22. She was moving the groove, and I ain't gonna lie. Okay, she was the only black girl on there, and the rest of the team was cooking, of course. But that black girl, number 22, I don't know her name. Forgive me, of Indiana. But she was giving them girls some trouble. Again, guys, I'm so excited. Because come January 23rd, that's Thursday night, I got to work. But at 6 p.m., that's exactly when I get off. Hopefully, I got an early post so I can leave early. Lord, let me be at Portales Gate, okay? On freaking Wednesday, they got me as the gate leader for the main gate. Like, how am I going to lead the gate as an augmentee? I don't care. Because I'm like, you know what, y'all, I don't want to be bothered. But again, guys, mark it on your calendars. Because come January 23rd, it's LSU versus freaking South Carolina. And my heart is hurting. It's like watching my favorite cousins, your two favorite cousins, tussle it out on the freaking front lawn. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I know one thing. I will be rooting for South Carolina. Because, guys, right now as it stands, okay, it breaks my heart. I got to say it. It is what it is. The truth is the truth. Last night, Ohio State women's basketball team, we got done like some dishes by freaking Penn State. We lost. We are no longer undefeated. There's only 2 teams out of women's collegiate basketball right now that are undefeated. You got LSU and you got UCLA. South Carolina already got whooped by UCLA. Now, if they allow LSU, again, I love me some Kim Mulkey-Down. I love me some Anissa Morrow, Flau'jae Johnson, okay, Poa. I love them girls. That's the thing. It's like I got so many teams and so many women that I'm rooting for, so many coaches I'm rooting for. But I gotta draw my line in the sand. Okay, I gotta throw up my blue bandana. Okay, I'm Team Crip. Y'all can be Team Blood. Right now, come January 23rd on Thursday, I'm rooting for South Carolina Gamecocks. Guys, we got some exciting women's college basketball coming up. So stay tuned.